What if I told you that the fundamental numbers that run our universe, things like the speed of light or the force of gravity, what if they aren't real? Seriously. In this explainer, we're diving into a pretty wild idea. What if these constants are just an illusion, something created by our own minds?
Okay, so you've probably heard about the fine-tuning argument, right? It's this idea that our universe is just perfect. Like, if you tweaked the strength of gravity, even by a tiny, almost unimaginable amount, stars would never form. If you changed the charge of an electron just a little bit, atoms would fly apart. The odds of everything being just right for life seem so astronomical that it feels like it has to be designed.
But what if that's all completely backward? The perspective we're digging into today makes this incredibly bold claim. The constants of nature are not fine-tuned for anything at all. And just like that, the entire fine-tuning problem gets turned completely on its head.
So, if they're not these magical fundamental properties of the universe, then what are they? Well, the core idea here is that these constants are actually man-made. Yep, they're a product of how we as humans decide to look at and measure the world.
Let's be super clear about what this means. In this view, a constant of nature isn't some number that's been baked into the fabric of reality since the Big Bang. No, it's a number that just kind of pops up when we use our own invention, mathematics, to try and make sense of what we're seeing. It's a side effect of what's called our measurement perspective.
This slide really lays out the two different ways of thinking, side by side. On the one hand, you've got the classic fine-tuning view. Reality is this neat, ordered thing, it follows these deep fundamental laws, and the constants are totally real. But then, look at the other side. This new view says, hold on, reality is just an object. It has properties. The order, the laws, the constants, that's all us. That's the human lens we're using to look at it.
And that right there is the key to this whole thing, the human lens. The argument is that we never actually see reality in its raw, unfiltered state. We can't. We're always looking at it through our own filters, our tools, our senses, and especially our mathematical frameworks. We're the ones imposing order on what might be, fundamentally, just chaos.
So how does this happen? Well, it breaks down into a pretty simple process. Step 1, we look out at the universe. Step 2, we grab our favorite tool, math, which remember is a human invention, and we start describing what we see. Step 3 is where the magic happens. Our description, our model, creates these constants. And then comes the big mistake. Step 4, we forget that it's just a description. We fall in love with our own model and we start to think that it is reality.
And it actually gets even weirder. This idea also makes you question if these constants are even, well, constant. Maybe they're just really, really good approximations that happen to work for us here in our little corner of the universe. They might only be true within a certain regime, at the kinds of temperatures and energy levels we're used to. Who's to say what happens in a black hole or at the moment of the Big Bang?
Okay, let's tie this all together. If the constants are just artifacts of our human-made descriptions, then the whole fine-tuning problem just evaporates. It's gone. It was never a deep cosmic mystery we needed to solve. It was a problem we accidentally created for ourselves by mistaking the map for the territory.
And this leaves us with a truly mind-bending final thought. If all the order we see, all the laws we've discovered, and all the constants we've measured are just a reflection of us, of our perspective, then what is reality truly like underneath it all? What does the universe look like when we're not looking?